Welcome back. Today I want to talk to you guys and dispel a few myths about what dusting is. And I want to teach you how to effectively dust. Now, when I say effective, I'm not saying, okay, this is all that has to be done. I realize that dusting a building, it's a weekly task, right? But there's certain things you got to do daily. There's certain things you got to do weekly. And there's certain things you got to do monthly. We've talked in the past about, the raise your hand, lower your hand method, where anything inside these areas, that stuff I have to do every day. But okay, how do I do it? What do I need to do it? What if it touches above those areas or below those areas? What does that mean? So I wanted to dispel all the myths about, oh, well, I don't have to do that every day, or I do have to do that every day. And then also touch on things that we as professionals make sure that we're doing on a monthly basis or weekly basis, wherever that falls. So let's get into it. Like all my videos, I want to start with equipment. So if I'm going to effectively dust this room, what am I going to need? Well, you probably see something that is a broom. Well, that's a floor tool, right? I'm going to use this to show you that, first of all, how to safely dust registers. For us, we also like to call them vents. But to do that, I'm going to need a broom, or I'm going to need something like this with an extension, because registers are the source of a lot of dust. So these AC vents that you're seeing, they're a source of a lot of our dust in a building. If they're not clean, they're going to turn on, they're going to suck it up through it, or it's going to push it out, and it's going to get everything I just did dirty all over again. So a little tip I teach people is, if it's your first night in a building, you want to go through and dust all of your registers. But if you imagine using something like this to dust every register in a building, could take you a long time. That's where my handy broom comes in. So keep watching for more and you'll see how I use this. Next is our feather duster. Now, this feather duster is a cheap, probably $8, $10 feather duster that we get from our supplier. A little trick that we'll do is we will physically pull these down, wrap them with electrical tape, put them back up, which you've probably seen in other videos of mine. So what does that do? It prevents my feathers from falling out. It's almost like they make these so the feathers do fall out, so you keep buying them. Get yourself electrical tape, not any other type of tape, and wrap them, push the black part back up, keep it in place. What else do I need? Well, dusting isn't just about dusting. Dusting is also about cleaning, right? This is 543, the glass cleaner that we use from Waxy. You can use any type of glass and surface cleaner, and a good quality microfiber towel. We've talked about these in the past. If you can see through a microfiber towel underneath your light, it's probably not good quality. Get yourself something that you can't, and that'll aid you in your cleaning process. Now, let's start at the beginning. Let's start at your broom. I promised you I'd show you how to use that. We always want to clean everything from top to bottom. So if you look at your registers, you're walking into a building such as this, things I need to watch out for is this gentleman's desk. If this register is so dirty that it's going to push something down on here, I need to be aware of that because I need to dust after I'm done. Well, this isn't that dirty, but this is how I'm cleaning my registers. As you can see, even in a clean building, there's still a lot of dust on these registers, and this is a new mop, or a new broom. Now, that's from top to bottom. If I'm having issues with height and I've got cobwebs, this is a great tool that we can use to just come around our room once a month and knock your cobwebs down. Same thing for your baseboards, because a lot of people, and especially employees, they don't want to be on their hands and knees dusting a baseboard. But if you give them a tool like this that they can manipulate and adjust, it's not too much to ask them on that Friday when they're only doing dailies in your building to grab something like this and go around and dust all your edges and corners. They can also turn it. If you're doing a fan, you can manipulate this however you guys want. If you're on top of a TV and it's just too high, they can turn it and do something like this, or do something like this, or use it like this. Because now they're not going to be on their hands and knees. You're looking at less like, oh, my back hurts, I don't want to do it, or I'm not going to get on a ladder because what if I fall? So your broom, your extension duster, and again, this is microfiber too, so it just removes. It goes in, you wash it with your regular microfibers, and you put it back on. Now, I promise you I would dispel exactly what dusting is. What dusting is not is the Mary Poppins thought of dusting, which is running around like this and dusting, and then coming back through and wiping. Think of this as I'm painting this room, and in order for me to paint this room, I have to dust it and wipe it, and everything behind me, it gets painted. I only want to do that once. So what I'm doing is starting, and again, we're going to do this to death, at a specific small spot. Light switches, door handles, a screw in the window. Keep it very, very small, and okay, now I'm going to come back. So I'm not looking at anything besides I'm going to start here and I'm going to finish here. So I'm staying on this wall, and when I'm done, I'm going to go to the desk. So let's define that. We talked about daily, weekly, monthly, as far as the vent goes, right? Your register. So my weeklies and my monthlies, they can be done on a Friday afternoon, because all you're doing in those days is you're just doing your daily stuff, flying through it. So that day you come in, do all your baseboards, all your tops, and then you're doing exactly like I'm doing now. Now it's time to do my dailies. So coming in here, this is as fast as you're gonna clean. If I need to clean this, and you notice I'm not dropping my stuff and moving to a different area, I always tell people you're cleaning with your eyes when you're doing this. Then I'll come back around, stay on my wall over here. Watching areas. Coming back through here. And again, there's another trick that I tell people: don't clean things that aren't dirty. So if I'm here every single day, this is probably not going to get that dusty because I'm doing this every day. If I don't do this every day, it's going to get dirty and dusty. And now literally I'm back to my door handle or my light switch or my bolt in my window. And now I know I got to come inside. And I'll watch for my stuff. And again, I'm doing this every day. Come back around, pulling out my chair. Now imagine I come in here tomorrow, I know what I did every day. I'm not moving any of his items. If I need to clean, I'll hold it down, but I'm not piling it or doing anything like that. Return it, or if like, oh, that's really dirty, another tip we use for when you're dusting, I'll leave it out. So when I come back to vacuum, it reminds me like, oh, that was really bad. I need to get that. And then same thing for here, you know, mopping, sweeping, vacuuming. But for you to have effective mopping, sweeping, or vacuuming, all the dust has to be on the floor. So if you're not starting from the top and working your way down, you're being counterproductive and it's just gonna get dirtier and dirtier and dirtier. And be very responsible about doing your circle every day. And when I say circle, I'm talking about stay on the wall and almost look at the wall. Don't look at anything else, and then you can't miss anything. Top to bottom. In this instance is left to right, and work your way all the way around till you come here, come to the inside, then you know everything's on the floor. Having the right tools, and really it's not expensive. These tools here probably in total 40 bucks maybe. So to be a very effective, successful janitorial firm and training your people, this is what we need to do. All right, well, thanks for watching. I know this isn't the longest video, but again, thank you for joining us. And any comments, questions, go ahead and put them in the comments, something like that.